Picture this. It's the end of the month, your bank account is hovering dangerously close to zero, and you're staring at your calendar, counting down the days until that next direct deposit hits. You've been careful, skipped the takeout, postponed that oil change, told yourself next month for the new shoes your old ones desperately need. But still, the bills pile up faster than you can knock them down. That unexpected car repair or medical bill, it wipes out whatever little cushion you had. Sound familiar? If it does, you're far from alone. In 2026, around 2/3 of Americans, 67% according to recent reports, are living paycheck to paycheck, up from 63% just a year ago. That's millions of us, from entry-level workers to six-figure earners, trapped in a cycle where one paycheck ends and we're already stressing about the next. It's not laziness or bad habits. It's a system that feels rigged to keep us running on a treadmill, always needing that next salary just to stay in place. This isn't some abstract economic theory. It's the daily reality for families juggling rent that eats up half their income, groceries that cost 25% more than they did 5 years ago, and student loans that feel like a second mortgage. We're all feeling the squeeze from persistent inflation, stagnant wage growth for many, and costs that rise faster than our paychecks can catch up. The paycheck trap starts early these days. Back in the day, a college degree was supposed to be your ticket to stability, a good job, a house, maybe even retiring comfortably. But now, average student debt hovers around $40,000 per borrower, with total U.S. student loan debt pushing $1.8 trillion. Young people graduate into a world where entry-level jobs barely cover rent, let alone chip away at that mountain of loans. Interest rates on those federal loans are still elevated, adding thousands in extra costs over time. It's no wonder homeownership feels like a distant dream for so many millennials and Gen Z. Housing prices have ballooned, mortgages require huge down payments, and with debt-to-income ratios weighed down by loans, qualifying gets tougher. Instead of building wealth through a home, they're renting longer, paying someone else's mortgage while their own savings stay flat. And it's not just the young folks. Middle-aged parents are sandwiched between helping aging relatives, funding kids' activities, and trying to sock away something for retirement, if they can. Healthcare costs bite hard too. Even with insurance, deductibles and co-pays add up quick. Groceries? That weekly shop that used to be $100 is now $150 or more, thanks to inflation lingering around 3%. Wages have grown some. Real wages are up a bit overall since the pandemic, but for lower and middle-income households, it's barely keeping pace, especially when essentials like housing and food take the biggest hits. Bank of America data shows nearly a quarter of households spending over 95% of income on necessities alone, with lower-income families feeling it most acutely. Companies are reporting record profits. The stock market hits new highs. Yet, for decades, the pay for the average worker has barely crawled forward compared to the cost of living. We are more productive than ever, but the rewards of that work flow upward, not outward. The systems that surround us often profit from our struggle. Banks and credit card companies make billions from the interest we pay when we have to bridge those gaps between paychecks. The entire economy is built on us spending. But when all our spending goes straight to necessities, we are not building anything for ourselves. We are just surviving. It creates a cycle of dependency on that next paycheck, making it terrifying to step off the hamster wheel, even for a moment. This is the heart of the anxiety. The knowledge that you are one single misstep from a crisis, a flat tire, a broken appliance, a week of missed work due to illness. Without a cushion, these minor life events become major catastrophes, forcing choices no one should have to make. Medicine or groceries, the repair or the utility bill. This constant vulnerability is draining. It steals your peace of mind, your sleep, your ability to dream beyond the next 30 days. It tells you that you are failing, when in reality, you are performing a daily high-wire act without a net. We are told the solutions are personal. Budget tighter, they say. Get a side job. And while those actions can help at the edges, they are like using a bucket to bail out a boat with a hole in the hull. When the fundamental math is broken, when the cost of a basic life outruns what most people earn, no amount of personal hustle can fix it for everyone. The advice can feel like a slap, implying that the problem is our lack of effort, rather than a set of economic rules that are tilted. So, where do we even begin? The first step is kindness to yourself. Look at your situation with clear eyes, without shame. Shame keeps you stuck. Awareness is your tool. Start by simply seeing, where does your money actually go? Not just the big rent check, but the streaming subscriptions you forgot about, the drive-through meals you grab when you're too tired to cook, the little leaks that add up. You can't change what you don't understand. Then, build your moat, one grain of sand at a time. An emergency fund isn't a grand fantasy. It's your first line of defense. Start with a goal so small it can't intimidate you. $500 can change everything. It can mean the difference between paying a copay and putting it on a credit card that will haunt you for months. Put loose change in a jar. Round down your checking account and transfer the difference. Sell a few things. This fund is not for wants. It is for peace. It is your "oh no" fund. And its sole job is to help you sleep. Look at your bills not as fixed commands, but as conversations waiting to happen. Call the internet company and ask for a promotional rate. Shop your car insurance. See if there's a cheaper cell phone plan. It feels uncomfortable, but these companies often have discounts they don't advertise. Every dollar you save here is a dollar that stays in your moat. Think of your income as something that can sometimes grow. Ask for the raise. Polish your resume and see what's out there. A side gig, even for a short while, can be that targeted strike to kill a specific debt or build that initial emergency fund. Use it strategically, not as a permanent life sentence to two jobs. But while we do these things in our own lives, we must lift our heads and raise our voices for the bigger fixes. This is not just an individual problem. It is a community one. We need to talk about it, to break the silence and the shame. You are not failing. The system is failing you. Real change requires us to demand different rules. For wages that truly reflect the cost of living, for housing that is affordable to regular people, for an education that doesn't require a lifetime of debt, for healthcare that doesn't bankrupt you for getting sick. This happens through conversations, through community action, and through using our voices where it counts. The paycheck-to-paycheck cycle is not a natural law. It is not the inevitable result of modern life. It is the result of specific choices, policies, and priorities, and what has been chosen can be unchosen. It will take time, and it will take all of us seeing our shared struggle not as a personal shortcoming, but as a common challenge. Imagine for a moment a different rhythm to your month. The last week isn't a time of scraping and anxiety, but simply another week. Your paycheck isn't just fuel for survival, spent the moment it arrives. It's a resource that allows for breathing room, for planning, for a gift for a friend, for putting something away for a dream. It means security. It means the space to say yes to something joyful without a cascade of panic. It means your energy goes into living, not just surviving. That life is possible. It starts with the radical belief that you deserve it. It grows with the small defensive steps you take to guard your own ground. And it becomes real when we all recognize that we are on this treadmill together and begin to ask, collectively, for a slower, more sustainable speed. Or better yet, a path that leads somewhere, to solid ground where we can all finally stop running and simply live.